Pakistan's Telecom Bill was supposed to be about a better internet. It has now become a fight over private property, housing societies, telecom towers, fiber cables, and the limits of government power. The bill is called the Pakistan Telecommunications Reorganization Amendment Bill 2026. The government says the aim is to improve digital connectivity. In simple terms, Pakistan needs more fiber, better telecommunications infrastructure, and a smoother groundwork before 5G can properly take off. That part is not very controversial. The controversy is over how the bill tries to make that happen. At the center of this debate is something called right-of-way. Right-of-way means permission to pass through or use land for infrastructure. For telecom companies, that can mean laying fiber optic cables, installing equipment, or setting up towers. The government and telecom operators say the current system is slow and fragmented. Permissions can get stuck with local bodies, housing societies, gated communities, or public authorities. Fees can vary. Rules can differ from area to area. The result is slower network expansion and poorer service for customers. So the bill tries to create a clearer framework, but its wording raised alarm. The bill says a telecom license can enter upon, use or pass over public or private property for telecom systems, ICT infrastructure, optical fiber cables, telecom towers, and related equipment. Those words are important because they go beyond simply passing over land. They talk about entering and using property. The bill also divides property into three broad categories. Public property, meaning land or buildings managed by government bodies. Individual private property, meaning land or premises owned by a person. And a collective or organized private property, meaning housing societies, cooperative schemes, commercial estates, cantonments, DHA-type bodies, and similar setups. This third category matters in Pakistan. Many urban neighborhoods are controlled by societies and estate management bodies. They decide access, permission, and work inside their boundaries. Under the proposed Section 27A, a telecom company would send an approval request by registered mail or courier. If there is no response within 15 days, it sends a reminder. If there is no response within 30 days, the result depends on the type of property. For public property, approval is considered granted. For individual private property, the company can take the matter to the appropriate government for a decision. For housing societies and similar collective properties, approval is also considered granted after no response. The bill says owners can set conditions on the timing and manner of work, and telecom companies must repair and restore any affected area. But critics say the safeguards are not enough. Their concern is the silence can become approval, especially in housing societies and organized developments. They also object the government deciding disputes through an executive officer rather than an independent forum. Then there is Section 27B. This allows the appropriate government to impose a fine of up to 50 million rupees on any owner, tenant, lessee, or entity that obstructs or delays access under Section 27A. That fine is one of the biggest reasons the bill became controversial. The IT ministry says the bill does not allow compulsory acquisition of private land. It says telecom companies cannot force entry onto individual private property while a dispute is under review. It also said property owners can object, negotiate terms, seek compensation, and agree on access, timings, and route. Law Minister Azam Nazir Tarar has also said the government does not intend to occupy private property or install telecom towers without the owner's consent. But the pushback has continued. PPP Senator Sherry Rahman has said her party is not against fiberization, but it will not support the bill in the Senate with what she called draconian clauses. Her objections include property rights, heavy penalties, and dispute resolutions being placed in the hands of the executive. The Senate Standing Committee on IT and Telecom has also questioned why fiber cables and telecom towers are being clubbed together. That is a technical but important point. Laying an underground fiber cable is very different from installing an above-ground tower. One affects roads and underground routes. The other can affect rooftops, parks, green belts, and neighborhood spaces. The legal and public concerns are not the same. After backlash, the Prime Minister formed a special committee headed by the Law Minister. That committee has now suggested major changes to the bill's language. According to the Law Ministry, private property should require the owner's consent and mutual agreement. The committee also said the bill needed clearer language for public land, government-managed buildings, housing societies, and similar institutions. So where does the bill stand now? It has passed the National Assembly, but it has not cleared the Senate. The government wants faster digital infrastructure. Telecom operators want fewer delays. Critics want stronger protection for property owners and clear limits on state power. The issue now is whether the government can rewrite the bill in a way that keeps fiber and the 5G push alive without creating fear that telecom infrastructure can be forced onto people or communities through vague legal wording. For Pakistan, the stakes are practical. Better internet needs investment, fiber, and towers. But if the law is unclear, the fight will not be about technology. It will be about trust. For more such explainers, subscribe to DawnNews English.